What's up, YouTube? It's JackalGoldKick, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about the end of drama and beef videos. Now, I am definitely aware that I've said this before, because this is honestly something that I've struggled to stick to and move on from. Um, and I'm going to put this out on the table right here. If I don't stick with this and I go against my word, without somebody attacking me, of course, and being a douche, you're free to call me out in the video and say, "Hey, Jackal, you're not sticking to this." You're free to do that because I really want to stick with this, damn it. Because something I've really noticed in general with making like beef and drama videos, every time I make those videos and post them, I feel this negative energy in me, and I don't like how it feels. It kind of feels like, that feeling you get when you argue with somebody and you're yelling words at each other, then after the argument's over, you feel shitty. That's exactly the feeling I get from the beef and drama videos. It's exactly the feeling I get. It doesn't feel good. And I think what kind of was one of the things that kept, pulling me into them was not practicing preaching that mindset of being away from it, but also looking at the views and like, oh, look how many views the drama and beef videos get. And I know before this I had the Templar King videos, but I feel like even those are kind of light compared to my Mr. Beef videos. Cause like the video I just put out about Leon Calavera, even in that video, I actually took there was parts that I was really going in on Leon and saying shit about him and talking trash about his looks, but I cut those out, cause if I'm gonna call somebody immature and criticize them on something, I don't want to stoop to their level and talk shit about them too. But I'm making this video because, like, I'm gonna be 25 later this year. I'm 24 years old right now. I'm gonna be 25 this year, November 1st. I need to get this together. I need to stop talking about beef and drama on YouTube and engaging in it and watching it. I need to stop doing that. And since I'm talking about beef and drama, I'm gonna talk about a specific individual that, for the future of my life, I'm gonna ignore. Kadeem the King. Might as well mention him one more time since this will be my final video about this. Kadeem the King. Here's my message to you. You have to accept the fact that me and you are never going to be cool again. We're never going to collaborate in a video, and I'm going to ignore your channel and anything you got to make about this because for me to go back and forth, for example, with someone like Kadeem the King is very toxic for my mental health. He even admitted it's bad for his health on the stream he did with Zach D Productions. At the end of the day, my choice is that I just don't want to be associated with Kadeem the King because he wanted me to own up to my shit, but he didn't want to own up to his stuff. He wanted me to own up to saying the N word, but he didn't want to own up to the fact that he could be a homophobic for saying the F slur. It's the same thing as the N word. And with Kadeem the King, I think he has an obsession with me. I don't know what his problem is, but he's obsessed with me. He talks about me all the time. He'll make a ton of accounts always coming on my channel. He always has something to say about me all the time, literally all the time. And I don't know why he just can't move on because I ain't talked about him since that video with Scorpion Death Drop. But since this is my last time talking about beef and drama, might as well address him. So Kadeem the King, I don't care. I'm not going to pay attention to your channel. I'm not going to pay attention to your videos. What's happened has happened, yada yada. So I'm moving on. Hopefully he can move on. We don't need to be friends. We don't need to do collabs. I have my reasons for not wanting to be cool with you and just not wanting to be associated with you. I don't like your presence of how you carry yourself with calling yourself the best. I just don't like that. And I don't like many other things, and it's just not going to work. And plus, I want people to also know this. Even when I was cool with Kadeem, it's like I can't trust the guy because even back in the day when I was cool with Kadeem the King, he took a shot at me on New Year's Day in 2018. I'll try to put the screenshot in here of that. But when it comes to Kadeem the King, I wipe my hands with it. I don't care. I don't want anything to do with him. I don't give a shit about him. If I get sent stuff about him, I don't care about him. But if he wants to be my Benzino to Eminem and talk about me for the rest of his life, and I guess there's nothing I can do about that. But if he wants to continue to talk about me and just be obsessed with me, then he's weird. But that's all I'm going to say. And that's going to be the end. Anything I got to say about Kadeem the King. Now, as for beef and drama, I want to move on from it and I want to be done with it because it's like, it's. It's a very toxic thing to be a part of. It really, really is. Because at the end of the day, everybody in this universe is flawed, and people can be hypocrites about a lot of things. I can be a hypocrite about a lot of things. Everybody in general can be a hypocrite about a lot of things, and we could be flawed about various things, right? Yes, there's certain people that should be exposed for certain things, like if they're a pedo or if they're this, or if they're that, but I just don't want to partake in beef and drama anymore. And I really want to stick with this. And like I said, if I don't stick with this, I give somebody permission to call me out. That way, something can happen to me and I need to take accountability. I am going to keep those videos about Leon because I still think he needs to take accountability for what he did, but I'm going to just leave it how it is, whatever. But yeah, I just with making videos like that and being involved in beef and drama, I just get this negative energy and it doesn't feel good. It really doesn't. To be involved in that stuff, it just doesn't feel good. You know, I just don't know. Like the I don't want to be involved in beef and drama anymore and I want to move on from it. And I want this to be the last video of any kind where I'm involved in it because I mean, imagine how pathetic and sad it would be for me to be 25 and over, still being involved in this stuff, you know? Trying to make changes in my life, get rid of an addiction, lose weight, all that stuff. This is another thing I should cut out of my life. I should be the bigger person and not be involved in beef and drama type videos and involve myself in that and be engaged with it. I should not, because all it does is destroy myself. It makes me feel like a piece of shit, maybe not me feel like a piece of shit. I shouldn't say that, but I get this negative energy. It's a shitty feeling, and it doesn't feel good to engage in this stuff. It really doesn't. And I want no part of it anymore. And that's the decision I'm going to stand with is going to be final, and I'll do my best to stick with that. Damn, it's going to be hard, but I want to stick with it because it's going to be for the better, you know. I think another reason it's hard to stick with this is that it's one of those things I've engaged with for a long time. I got to put some videos out of this eventually, but I had a past history of doing troll rap shit, the dog creepypasta king. There's a lot of things I was involved in relation to beef and drama. And the thing about habits, it's very difficult to unlearn habits. It's very learned to break habits you're so used to. Like, for example, if you get up every single day and brush your teeth, it's going to be kind of hard not to do that because you're so used to doing that. It's the same thing for me with beef and drama. The reason it's been tough for me to stop it is because I'm so used to it. But I think I did a little better, at least with the latest Leon video, because I took out all the shit about me saying shit about his face and all that shit. So I'm done with beef and drama, and I'm gonna stick with this shit, damn it. I need to stick with it because it's very toxic to be a part of. It's very negative to be a part of, and it's just there's no end to it because there's always going to be something or somebody or someone that they'll make a video, you'll make a video, etc., etc., etc. Now, I think rant videos on certain things that suck or a rant video about a film and stuff, and I think those are different from this personally. But the beef and drama, it's done. Moving on from it. And that's all I really want to say in this video. Trying to see if there's anything else I could talk about in this last video about beef and drama, about other people I've been beef and drama. I mean, I take back the some of the videos about like Mr. Nightmare because Mr. Nightmare removed his strikes in Gator Martin. So I take back what I said in that video. I take back what I said about Knox Hill. I don't think he stole from Kadeem. I was just involving in that because I was cool with Kadeem, and it was just stupid, honestly. Um, I don't know. It's too long to remember a lot of shit, but that's what I gotta say about it. I'm done with this shit, you know? I'm not going to fucking destroy myself and my head and my mind and soul and body just for some decent views, just to be involving myself in something that's just going to continue for me to be toxic in and negative in. I'm done with this shit. And if people don't believe me, then I guess I'll just have to lead by example and show y'all that you'll never see a video like that again. Period. And that's it for this video. Peace out.